Hello everyone, welcome to Selenium WebDriver with Java September 2025 batch session 1. So we'll be officially starting the Selenium September 2025 batch with this session. In today's session, I will cover like what is the objective of this training and what are the extra benefit you'll be getting from the training. Introduction to software testing principle, why automation testing is required and what is automation testing. Automation testing coverage and consideration, automation testing life cycle, just like software testing life cycle, software development life cycle, defect life cycle. We need to understand automation testing life cycle as well. Then different automation tools available in the market. Introduction to Selenium WebDriver version 4 because that is the latest versions available. Architecture of Selenium and how you can do the setup with Eclipse and WebDriver to start your journey in the Selenium Java world. Introduction of Maven and what are the important key interfaces and the classes available in Selenium. Then you will be learning how to start your journey. First Selenium script you can create using Selenium WebDriver for like Chrome, Edge or Firefox browser. Then once you are able to open a page, you'll be learning what are the different operations you can perform on the web page or the browser. And last session for today's topics will be covered called what are the different web elements available in the web page and what are the different locator techniques available to identify those web element uniquely and we can do the respective operations. So we'll go to the training objective and benefit. So this is the syllabus I think I already shared with everyone. Okay, so there will be total 12 classes and I will try to cover like basic to advanced of Selenium and Java along with TestNG, and then a couple of framework will be covered like data driven, keyword, hybrid, along with BDD and Cucumber will be covered, where you will be learning important concept. But couple of things still might advanced part might not be there. But if you just later point of time, if you I'll share all the references for those videos and documents so that you can go through later point of time. So it will be total 12 classes and mostly on the weekend, 7 to 9 p.m. IST. Okay, PSO just joined. Just I started it only. Okay, so there will be total 12 classes and mostly on 7 to 9 p.m. IST. Yes, and in the today's sessions, I'll be covering the basic part of software testing. This part will be covered as I already told as part of the agenda. And what is software testing? What is automation testing? What are the different tools available? What is the Selenium architecture? How you can start your journey with the Selenium after all the setup, environment setup, along with the Maven project, and what are the key component of Selenium and architecture, and how you can like write your first test cases for the different browsers, and how you can interact with the web page browser, and what is the way you can identify different web element and interact with them. Then we'll start with Java. Okay, Java, you could see here day 2 is coming. So we'll start with Java where you'll be learning Java from the scratch. No precondition required like Java introduction, data type, variable, object, classes, different kind of loop and how you can control the loop. Then next classes 3 also will be Java. Java conditional statement method like constructor, then your exception handling with different Java keyword. And the day 4 you will be learning that like immutable feature of the string and string buffer. Then we'll start with the Java ops concept where we'll be learning inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction, all these concepts. And then next Java 5 session number 5 will be also from the Java where you'll be learning Java input output operations, Java collection framework and Java multi-threading part. Then again we will start with Selenium because until you are not learning the Java, Selenium will be a little bit tough because you'll be using most of the Java syntax going forward. That is the reason Selenium session will be coming here. So day 6 will be learning how to how to do the operation for different kind of web element like checkbox, radio button, all this stuff, and complete study of CSS and XPath, relative locator, chaining locator, and day 7 again Selenium will be covered like how to handle different other frame, iframe, actions class, okay, how to capture screenshot alert in handling different kind of wait mechanism, handling cookies and headless browser testing. And then we'll go to the day 8 and day 9, where it will be complete TestNG framework will be starting covered from the scratch. You'll be learning different concept of TestNG framework. You can generate some report using TestNG. You can do the data driven testing, parameterized testing. You can do the parallel testing as well. Then we'll be starting automation framework, where we'll be using Apache PY. With the help of that, like, we can able to interact with the Excel sheet, and we can do data driven testing, keyword driven testing, and hybrid driven testing with the help of this framework, data driven keyword hybrid. Okay, and the last topics will be covering how to create our sample framework with the help of the BDD cucumber. So that are the topics will be covered day by day. So we'll follow that complete syllabus. And once session is over, we'll be sharing a lot of other videos, reference, and documentation. And apart from that, like especially for the API area, like the database area, like DevOps area, like Git, GitHub, Jenkins. Okay, I'll be sharing couple of more document which will help you to learn it, and also to go for the interview. And hopefully once you are comfortable with the classes, then I could say that you can definitely work independently. You can build the sample simple frameworks from the scratch by your own only, without any help or support required from the outside. And so once you got the confidence, but one thing I need to mention surely for that, you need to spend good amount of time to practice it on regular basis. Otherwise, in case you are keeping it, it will be very tough for you, to recapture again, and to do it later. So whenever we'll be completing, let's try to finish it within a week time. Any problem issues you are facing, just revert me. We will try to sort it out in the next class, before the session or after the session. Okay, are you good? Are you able to hear me thoroughly? Okay, sure. Okay, then you can mute yourself unless you are talking, and in case you are talking, you can unmute yourself. So this is the agenda I already told for today's session. Now I know that you are working more than mostly 5 years, more than 10 years in the IT industry and in the software testing area, but still I want to cover a couple of important topics from that software testing basic structure. Okay, so in the IT, right? There are a lot of important, I could say that department is there, right? As in case you are working for the IT, you already know this is information technology, and there are a lot of department or structure is there. Like there might be development team, support team. There's a team called testing, which will be solely responsible for various kind of testing, not only functional testing, automation testing, API testing, database testing, like data migration testing, like then non-functional testing like security, performance, like all this stuff. And there might be unit testing team will be also there. There might be business analyst team who will solely deal with the requirement. There might be domain or SME expert, different domain like called retail, like e-commerce, insurance, banking, financial service, healthcare, all this stuff. There might be network team who can solve your network related problem, and there might be management leadership team. Apart from that, HR, admin, other team will be there. But I'm just talking about the core IT team or information technology team. Like 20 to 25 years back, there was no separate concept of testing was there. At that time, developer used to develop their code, and they used to do the testing by themselves only. Okay, but like 25 years back, like testing concept came, because we want to do the testing with different mindset. So that is the important stuff, because in case same person is doing this testing along with the development, they might miss something. Why? Because their mindset is still same. So you require some independent mindset to do the testing. That is the way we can discover the defect early, and it will help us, right, to fix them. And as and when you are identifying some defect at the early stage, it will definitely reduce your overall effort, overall soft dollar or hard dollar, and it will definitely help your project to complete it on time only. So initial time there was waterfall methodology was there, means like requirement is coming, development team is doing complete development. After that, there's handling to the testing team, then doing the testing, then your project is like going live. But in that methodology, like lot of problem happen, because sometimes development is getting delayed, sometimes testing team is not getting proper time, right? Or maybe development is not up to the mark. Whenever testing started, a lot of problem came, and your complete project was disaster. So that is the reason nowadays most of the project is going for the agile methodology, sometime hybrid methodology also you can use, waterfall agile mixed one. In agile methodology, like there will be small stream, and every stream there will be some sort of sprint will be there, 1 to 4 week sprint, and every sprint they need to develop something, test something, and they need to just make sure that some of the component of the application is ready to deal with in the live. So that is the way, right? Instead of waiting for a year, 2 year, 6 month time frame, we can, like on a small component basis, we can develop something, and that part can be ready in the real time environment. So what is testing in that context? Testing is nothing so for any kind of project, whether you are doing development or testing, requirement is your bible. So whenever you are dealing with the requirement, development team and testing will be getting mostly same requirement only. So development team will be starting, the development testing team will be starting their test case designing. Right, first they will be going through the requirement, then they will be creating a scenario, then test cases, then they will be mapping it to the requirement RTM, requirement testability matrix, and then they will be starting the testing on different type of testing. So whenever they are trying to test something, their objective is to validate with the requirement. In case there is any deviation with the requirement in the actual behavior, that will be like they will call as a defect or like deviation. So software testing is nothing but a process of evaluating and verifying that software product or application does what is it is expected to do as per the requirement. Sometimes there might be some issue in the requirement as well. So during requirement analysis, we can try to identify those issues. We can try to correct them as well. Okay. So you can do any kind of testing like manual automation, that does not matter, but overall testing objective is still same. The benefit of testing, like preventing the bug at the earliest stage, reducing the overall development cost, improving overall performance of the software, and avoiding any real-time issue. There are two important kind of testings available for to test the AUT or application under test. One is called black box and white box. Black box you do not require much like language knowledge. That is kind of UI level testing. And but white box you require some knowledge, and you can do the testing at the code level as well. Then I'll cover the couple of important testing type. There are a lot of testing types available, but still couple of important testing type, right, I'll cover. So it will start with unit testing, mostly done by the developer, where they are developing the product module wise. They will try to test it isolated, and any application issue they will try to fix it by themselves. And after that, whenever it is come to the testing team, any minute module as well. So it will start with the sanity or smoke testing. So it will tester will identify whether any kind of blocker is there or not, at least high level. Okay, build validation should also they can run. Then they will start the functional testing to check whether like functionality is working fine or not based on the requirement. Then once functional testing is fine, no more showstopper or blocker issue is there, then they will try to integrate the different component, and they will perform the integration testing. Once integration is successful, they can go with the end-to-end testing, complete project or complete application, including, right, and they can try to check from the top to bottom, or maybe the my from the parent to child, or like top to the root component as well. And in the meantime, right, there might be new release might be coming, there might be some defect fixes might be there. So we can do some regression testing to validate that our existing functional did not broken it due to some new changes, new release, or new defect fixes. Once our all functional testing done, then we need to perform that performance non-functional testing, because the functionality is working fine, but in case it is not able to take the load, right, not able to take that user simultaneously, what is the point of this particular software? It is completely waste. So we need to do the different kind of non-functional testing like performance, stress, load testing we can do. Then also we can do the acceptance testing, the look and feel whether end user, right, whoever using your AMD application, they are happy with that look and feel of the product or not. Then we can do the UAT testing at the customer side, like they can check whether all the internet functional is working, look and feel is good, system is completing the task with the time frame. That is the way different kind of testing can happen in the software life cycle. Then we'll discuss about the error, fault, and failure. That is the very key heart of the software testing world. So error is human being. We all human being. We can do some mistake, which can produce some incorrect result. Because of this error, in case we are not fixing it, like there might be some fault can trigger in that software, and in case you're still not recovering the fault, there might be failure. So just I'm giving a very simple example. So we are all are human being. We can do some mistake in our health, right? Suppose say we are not doing any kind of exercise, we are taking junk food daily, right? And we are taking some sort of maybe soft drinks or hard drinks regularly. So we know that there might be some problem, error might be coming. We know intentionally or unintentionally we are doing it, right? Okay, there might be some error might be coming. What is the error? Okay, because of this error there might be fault. Maybe we will be having some health issue, right? We can have some vomiting issue, right? Pain issue, right? Other issue might be there. So this is the fault. In case we know the fault that is coming, so we need to stop immediately avoiding those kind of junk food and other food. We need to do some exercise on a regular basis, and we need to go to visit to doctor, and we need to like take the medicines, or we need to go for some test, and after that we need to some take medicine. But in case still you are not, though there are some fault is coming, still you are not identifying those fault and fixing it, what happen? You will create very severe problem for your health, and your health will be in trouble to survive, right? You'll be in trouble to survive. So that is called failure. It's completely broke down. So at the earliest you are able to identify the issue, and at the earliest you are able to fix it, it will definitely reduce the overall cost of your health, similarly your project as well. What is the way like error might be coming in the system? We all human being, we can do some mistake. There might be requirement poor, there might be communication gap. We all are working under very pressure, tight deadline. There is a budget restriction. There are conflict of priority. Single person is working on different priority. They are not able to focus it out. Right? We are working with some complex technology. Infrastructure is not properly there. Technology for the technology there is no proper adequate skill set. People is available, and then some code is there that is not properly reviewed by someone because of some tight schedule, or because of some adequate skill set people. It's a lead level, peer level, or management level, or sometimes there might be challenges in the environment. So that is the reasons like error might be coming in the system. Then we'll cover about the key important software testing 7 principles. First principle is that whenever you are talking about the testing, it should be done based on the customer requirement. Second is testing should be done by the independent like party, not the same developer. So their mindset will be different, and they will able to do some process following as per the testing process, and they can find out something. Sometimes testing, exhaustive testing might not be possible due to some timeline and other factor, right? Due to some limitation. So you can go with the RBT testing, risk-based testing approach, where you can identify the area which is very critical for the business, so you can give more focus on there. After that, medium to low priority area, all the testing should be completed before implementation. In case product already go live, what is the point of testing? In case UAT started, right, UAT already logging the defect, then there is no point of functional testing. So all testing should be completed step by step and before the actual implementation. Testing should follow the Pareto principle, which is nothing but the 80-20 principle rule. Means 80% defect mostly come from the 20% critical area. So how, based on your experience on the testing process, on the product, on the application, you might be knowing what are the key area we should give more focus to identify the critical defect, right, and to fix it at the earliest, so that your applications will be up and running with very minimal issues. Start testing with very small component like the unit testing, and extend it to the large part like functional integration end to end like that. Early testing definitely saves time and money. That is the reason nowadays, like from the requirement page itself, we are starting the testing and we are using the agile methodology, and that is the way we are saving both our effort and money. Why automation testing is required? So in case you are already involved in the functional testing or the manual testing, you already know. Same thing we are repeating, especially smoke testing, regression testing, right? And because of that repetition, we are just investing the time. right? And sometimes we are not getting the time, so like we would rather require more resources. Sometimes few resources is off, right? Sometimes few resources is off because of some planned leave or because of some sick issue, like health issue. And sometimes you are not getting proper time. Instead of like 2 month time, you're getting 1 month time. You need to complete everything. You need to give more coverage. So those are the issue is will be always there in the functional testing or the manual testing. And because of that, right, there might be manual more time consuming will be there. Coverage, you cannot do more coverage because of your time issues, like higher chances of risk that you can miss something critical functionality, like you are not able to sometime meet or to execute all the test cases. And definitely it will be might be create some deadline of miss of the project. And you might be not able to do all kind of regression. Suppose you need to perform regression every week, but sometime you are missing something, so that some might defect might be like missed out. Okay. And there might be issue like sometime to cover give more coverage, means suppose the same test case I want to repeat it with the 20 different combination of data, but in case you are doing manually, it might be tough to get the required time frame, right, to give the more and more coverage. So that is the reason automation testing came into the picture to solve majority of the problem whatever is there in the manual or functional testing. So what is automation testing? Mostly same thing will be doing, mostly same, but we'll do it in proper process wise with the help of some technology tools and tactics and process with the best practices implemented. So automation testing is nothing but software testing method or technique to test any application and compare the actual result with the expected result. So during initial time your effort will be more because you need to create the framework. But after that, slowly, once you are ready with the framework and the code, right, you might get the actual benefit from your automation part. So automation testing, you cannot start immediately. So whenever you are starting automation testing, you need to do two things first. One is you need to do the POC, which is nothing but the proof of concept. What you can do, you need to understand what is the customer requirement, what is the project requirement, what is the organization requirement, what kind of application you are testing, whether it's a web based application or client server based application or Windows based application. Whether are you like are you want like do you want to go with that like free tool or in-house tool or license tool, whether his customer is willing to like bear that license cost or not. Apart from automation, what are the CI/CD or DevOps tool you want to integrate, whether are you having that proper skill set people or not, whether you are having that complete requirement ready, application ready, test case available, whatever test case you want to automate. So those kind of stuff you analyze and you will do a POC. Here POC is not a point of contact, it is called proof of concept. And once POC is ready, you'll be finding the relevant tools, technology, resources, all this stuff, and then you can proceed. After that, next part is called ROI calculation. ROI, return on investment. Because you need to first calculate whatever investment you are doing, how much return you are getting from that automation suite. Suppose say you want to execute 100 manual test cases, and you know that to execute 100 test cases I would require 10 days for a single run. But you want to automate them, it might require 30 days initial time to automate, to create the framework, to implement all the test cases, to automate it. So in case those test cases are required to execute only one time, two time, are you going for the automation? No, because manually it will take 20 days, automation 35 days might be. So there is no point of automation because whatever invest you are doing, return you are not getting as a positive value. But say those 100 test cases you need to execute 10 times in 6 month time frame. So what is your manual functional effort? 10 into 10, 100% day. What is your automation effort? 30 day you already given, okay, for developing the framework. After the 10 days might be to maintain the code for the maintenance, and maybe right 1 day for every run. So another 10 day. So you require total 50 day to run, develop, execute, maintain all the thing through automation. But through manual is 100 day. Now you are investing, saving 50 days effort. So your ROI is savings divided by like actual effort you are spending on that automation. So your ROI is positive here. So definitely you can go for the automation. But sometime question will be coming that whether are we going with 100% automation? Definitely we can give a try, but sometimes few of the area is very critical, and whenever you're automating there might be a lot of issues coming, there might be a lot of challenges coming. So those are the parts still we can avoid until the customer is saying that no need to care about anything, whether they are executing one time, still you need to automate because I want 100% automation. Then we can go ahead accordingly. Otherwise, area which will be only executing only one or two time and where the initial investment is more, those part we can skip it as well. So answer might be 100% possible, but it will depend based on your requirement, based on your complexity, based on your customer budget and other stuff. Automation testing coverage and key consideration. So whenever you are talking about the automation, first we need to start automation of the regression or sanity truth, because those will be executing regularly or weekly or twice in a week, like all this stuff. So those are the area first we need to do. Then we need to go with the like end-to-end validation suite, maybe starting from the scratch to the ending part. Suppose in case you are doing an e-commerce application, you can automate something login functionality, adding the product to the cart, sorry, searching the product, adding the product to the cart, doing the payment, and like finally booking that thing, and you can return it as well. This particular thing you can automate, and you can see the basic thing is working with couple of important combination. So it will make sure that at least no blocker issue is there for the happy path flow, and then you can go with the like regression next part. After that you can go with the functional part, and some nowadays automation also will be using for getting the test data as well. Suppose the same, like in a day you would require to create 500 data, maybe with same variation or other variation. So you can automate and you can do the data driven testing, right, to change the data. Same test case will be repeating with different variety of the data. So that way, like bulk order of data, I can create it with minimal intervention through automation and without any issues or manual fault. So when you need to start the automation and what are the time, like so when you need to first make sure that a requirement is almost frozen. In case requirement is changing, like your script will be changing and you need to spend a lot of time in maintaining the script, updating the script. When software is ready in terms of basic testing, whenever there's a project is very big, there is a time crunch to complete the testing on time, right? Or whether we need to create bulk order of data, or we need to create like execute same thing again and again and again multiple times, we can go with the automation. And whenever you are choosing any tools for the automation solution, you need to make sure that like you need to do some brainstorming on couple of aspects, like what are the technology you are automating, like are you going with some open source or in-house tool or license tool, how much training is required for the required peoples to start your journey, start their journey in the automation as a team, like whether tool is having all the important integrations, like is can do it or not. So that is the important stuff you can consider whenever you are want to start your automation journey. Okay, I will take a pause here. So anything there we can. Yes, yes. Sometime no, sometime manual testing is not required, but still, right? Instead of that manual testing, what we can do, we can directly write it the automation part. But definitely, your approach is the scenario you need to identify, right? Those scenario you can convert direct in the automation script as well. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So just like the SDLC, STLC defect lifecycle, automation also having a life cycle. Like we cannot do the automation like that way. So automation also having couple of steps as part of the life cycle, like planning, designing, enhancement, then you're running and debugging the skill and analyze the result and reporting the defect. So what is planning? In the planning, we'll analyze all the requirement, analyze the application under test, whether you are able to identify all the object for all the element or not. And in case already having some requirement or test case available, you can go through the test case, you can understand the functional flow, right? That is the part you can do is the planning. You can create a roadmap. What are the way you are trying to do the automation? That is the planning. You can create a basic strategy for automation as well, resources, proper training, all this stuff you can do as part of the planning. Then you'll be starting your design. Just like the test case design, here also we'll be trying to create some library, page library for every pages, identifying all the element. We'll create the reusable component of the method, because at the end of the day, our automation objective is to create component one time and use them in number of time, multiple time. That is the objective. Why? Because in case, suppose say, I need to call that method, I can just update it there instead of right updating all the places, because we all human being, right? In case you need to create same code 100 times and after that you need to update it, you can miss something. Suppose say, just I'm giving a simple example. Okay, in case you are like buying a plot or buying a flat, right? There might be 100 pages deed, and in every pages there might be name of the owner and co-owner, right? Say my name Haradhan is there, okay, and my co-owner name might be there in that one. But say later point of time I need to update it and I change my name something like that, or address I change something like that. So in case that need to be changed, every time I need to do it manually. But in case I'm creating a method for address or my name, and I can update it directly there automatically wherever this method is being called, automatically it can update everywhere. So that is the way, that is the beauty of the reusability method or reusable functions. We'll be writing it only one time. If any update required, we'll update it there only, and we will just use it n number of time. Then we'll design test step using the element locator. After that, we need to go for the enhancement part. So whenever you are doing any kind of testing, is your objective is only for right going from one page to another page? No, there might be 100 pages. You can interact with the 100 pages. That is fine. But your main objective is to validate every element, every functionality based on the requirement. So that is the way your objective is not only write the script to like proceed from one steps to another. Apart from that, you need to do the assertion point, verification point, wherever required. Suppose say I need to check whether this particular button is there or not. Particular edit box is clickable. We can enter something or not. Some drop down is there. Drop down is having that couple of values or not. So those what I can do as part of assertion. In case I'm clicking a particular link, whether it's opening a new page or not. Apart from that, we can do the parameterization. Suppose say I can, like I want to just create a framework, but that framework I want to run based on the different browser availability. Today I can run for Chrome browser, tomorrow I can run for Safari browser, day after tomorrow I want to run for the Firefox browser. So I'll write the code and I'll parameterize. Then I can change the parameter value, I can do the testing. Then you can do the data driven testing. Suppose the same test case I want to repeat it with different variety of the data. Suppose in the e-commerce site, you need to search the product. But product can be anything like electronics good, right? It can be apparels, right? It can be any sports item, right? It can be any kitchen item, any appliances like that. But at the end of the day, your objective is still same. You're searching the product and you are adding the product to the cart. So you can execute the same test with different variation from the data. And after that, in that during this part, there might be some expected or unexpected error might be coming. You need to handle them properly so that your script will never fail because of this some expected or unexpected error, which you can really expect it during that execution. After that, once all this part is done, then you can start debugging this code, right? Running it isolated way, step by step. Because suppose say you are developing your 100 test case, 200 test case, 500 test case. Okay, you are trying to developing it, but you are not running them on regular basis. So what happened in this 6 month time frame? Something got changed. Some page got changed, some new page introduced, some new functionality introduced. So that time it will fail everything. So always your objective is to design the like develop your code for the framework. Apart from that, running them regularly, whatever you are able to do it as part of dummy run or smoke run, and you can figure it out what the problem challenge is coming, and you can up to the date with your latest requirement and your latest application, so that whenever somebody is asked to run it, you can run them and you can share the desired result with the respective stakeholder. Then analyze the test result and report defect. So at the end of the day, whenever your like terms will be coming, right, to run all your script, definitely you can, like, all always you cannot run all the script. Sometimes you can run only the couple of happy path flow script, like as part of the mock test. Then you can run some data driven testing to create the data. You can run some test case for regression, integration, end to end, like that. You can categorize the test cases accordingly, and based on your requirement you can try to run them. And during running you can integrate with CI/CD pipeline as well. You can run them on nightly basis in the weekend, and you can get the result on morning through mail or through the proper reporting structure. And you can analyze those test cases, and in case test cases fail, you can just analyze it. You can do one more round of testing, and after that you can just log as a defect, and that defect can go as part of the defect life cycle. So that is the way your automation testing life cycle will be there. What are the key important automation testing tools available in the market? So we are learning about the Selenium. Still in the as a free tools, and especially for the web-based application, Selenium is still dominating the market. Okay. Then Playwright is competitor came. Okay, primarily for the web-based application, mobile application, and API also Playwright support. But Selenium mostly support the web-based application. Okay, Playwright supports API and mobile application both. Sybase also powerful tool came, especially JavaScript based for the web-based application. QTP or UFT, in case you already heard, Quick Test Professional nowadays changed to UFT, which is a paid tool primarily used for non-web based application like client server based, Windows based application with some like default like package available, just kind of built-in object because this is a paid tool. So automatically some extra feature is there. Then Tosca nowadays came as a powerful scriptless tool, which is a paid tool as well, like to automate different kind of UI web based or non web based application. Then in case you want to do with some uh, especially API testing, you can go with some SOAP UI and Postman. These are the open source tool. And in case you want to go with more and more enhanced testing, you can use some REST ASIC or Haradhan framework. Okay, nowadays Catalan Studios tool also available to support API testing, and you also JMeter also available to do the API testing along with Playwright also support. If you want to do with the mobile automation, you can use APM, which will support mobile testing, native app testing, and mobile web application testing. Then there are two important free open source framework, inbuilt framework available primarily for the UI automation or API sometime as well, which are called TestNG JUnit. JUnit mostly used by the developer, but nowadays testing team also can use using Playwright or Selenium BDD framework. And TestNG is primarily used by the testing team purely for like functional integration end-to-end automation using Selenium and Playwright. Then what is Selenium? So when Selenium introduced in 2004, there was a developer like called Jason Huggins who was working for the ThoughtWorks, who created the tool called, initially it was called JavaScript Test Runner. Okay, and later it was named as Selenium Core. So why they have Selenium like renamed to Selenium? Okay, so that time the beta tool was called Mercury. Okay, was the tool. So it was like QFT or UFT, right? It was there, and it was a Mercury product was there. Okay, and Selenium like is a I could say that poisonous, right? Can Mercury. Okay, so that is the reason they are chatting during the lunch time, and they've given the name called Selenium, which can be poisonous for mercury treatment. In case somebody is get infected with mercury, Selenium can be used to recover it. So that's a competitor. They have used that name as Selenium. So Selenium is open source tool, no license cost, lot of library, lot of integration can be possible. and we can create a robust and powerful automation framework with the help of Selenium as well. What are the key types or component of Selenium is there? Why I am covering. So until you are knowing all this stuff, like some of the interviewer might be asking also. So it will be very tough for you to like give the answer until you are not knowing all this stuff completely. Because at the end of the day, right, whenever we are learning all the details of Selenium, Java and other stuff, so we need to learn it. After that, in case you are working for the organization, you need to go for some project. There might be internal interview, customer interview. You can crack it. And in case you are also going for some other opportunity outside your organization, you can also like learn it because somebody might ask in the interview or client interview as well. So you need to be completely enabled with all this important strategy or tactics or Selenium or concept. So Selenium is was having four component: Selenium ID, Selenium RC, WebDriver, and Grid. Selenium ID, whenever it was introduced, it was there. ID is integrated data environment. It was a record and playback mechanism, but nowadays nobody using it. Then Selenium RC came, which is nothing but remote control, which was also known as Selenium 1, through which we can interact with the different language and create complex test cases. Selenium WebDriver was the like latest thing came, through which you can communicate to the different browsers and operating system. Later, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver integrated to Selenium 2, Selenium 3, nowadays Selenium 4 version is available. So they might be asking what are the new things available in Selenium 4. The first thing is that Selenium 4 is actually architecture got changed. In Selenium 3, there was some architecture called JSON where protocol was there to interact, and because of that, like communication was slower. But in Selenium 4, the architecture got changed to W3C protocol, and in W3C protocol layer between this component got reduced and less layer is there. That is the reason communication is much faster. Apart from that, in Selenium 4, in Selenium 3, only we can able to capture the screenshot for the full page. But in Selenium 4, for a particular section or for a particular element, we can capture the screenshot. And in Selenium 4, lot of new locator came called relative locator, which was not available in Selenium 3. So these are the couple of changes came in Selenium 4. You can just do a googling. So I have just told important aspect, but I think might be couple of more thing will be there. But you need to understand what is the difference between Selenium 3 and Selenium 4. This is the question might be asking. Okay. Now Selenium Grid is another component of Selenium through which we can do the parallel or distributed testing. What is parallel or distributed testing? It is nothing but same test case I can execute in different operating system and different browser. That is called parallel or distributed testing or parallel execution or concurrent execution with like different browser. So what are the advantage? So in case something is coming in the market, definitely there might be some advantage or disadvantage or limitation, I could say. So Selenium is a free open source tool, no license cost. Scripting can be done in different programming languages. Selenium support Java, C Sharp, Python, JavaScript, PHP, Perl, all this stuff, programming language. Selenium support all the operating system, mostly Mac, Windows, Linux. Selenium support different browser like Chrome, Opera, Safari, Firefox. Selenium grids help in parallel distributed testing. And Selenium also uses less hardware compared to the other tool like Tosca or UFT. So that with minimal hardware you can still run Selenium. So what are the limitation or drawback of Selenium? So Selenium is a free tool, so in case you are requiring some support, there might be tough for you to get it. Okay, no vendor support will be there because it's a free tool. Sometime you'll be struggling to solve something. There is no object repository concept of Selenium. There, that is the reason sometimes maintaining all the object might be difficult. In case you want to do some operation with the Excel file, external Excel file, CSV file, in Selenium there is no like inbuilt library there. You need to rely with the external library called Apache PY. In Selenium, there is no proper reporting structure available. So you need to either take support from the JUnit or TestNG, or you need to do some integration with the Alio report or extend report. Selenium does not support for image comparison testing directly, so you need to use securely for that. And sometimes to automate captcha or barcode might be difficult. but we can do it with some other integration. So this is the architecture of Selenium. Okay, so this is the WebDriver is the heart of the Selenium or core component, and then there is a Selenium client library where you are whatever script you are writing, whatever language you are using, with Selenium client library is understanding all this stuff. After that, it is interacting with the Selenium core component, like which will be working with the W3C model WebDriver protocol, and that is the way it is working with the different browser and those driver, and those driver is interacting with the browser. That is the way like you are able to interact with your real-time browser, but that internal statistics is happening as part of the architecture. So I've explained it here also. So Selenium client library is language binding. These are language specific binding which allow user to write test script in any of the programming language, either Java, C has, all this stuff. They will provide the WebDriver API, which is used to send command to the browser driver. So in Selenium 4, the protocol got changed from the JSON to the W3C protocol. So W3 is nothing but is World Wide Web Consortium, where there are a lot of layer was available initially in Selenium 3, but W3C protocol is removing all the layer, and that is the way your interaction is like doing more faster through the client to the WebDriver to the driver, and it is improving the compatibility and efficiency as well overall Selenium tool WebDriver. Then there will be browser driver. For every browser, there will be specific driver. Like for Chrome, it will be Chrome driver. For Firefox, it will be Firefox driver. For Edge, it will be Edge driver, like that. So each web browser had its own specific driver. This driver acts as an intermediary. It will be receiving the command from the Selenium client by the W3C protocol and will translate them into action to the respective browser. Then from that browser level, you can understand it. So that is the way, but real-time operation you could able to see is the browser level. But is the internal mechanism available, and through which all the internal work or internal actions or operation is happening, and in the UI, right, you are able to understand through the browser. Then what is the precondition to start your journey for the Selenium WebDriver, especially version 4? So this is the three important stuff is required. One is called Java, JDK, Java Development Kit. You would require any IDE, like here you'll be using Eclipse. Apart from that, IDE is nothing but integrated data environment. There might be a lot of other IDE like called VS Code, okay, Visual Studio, IntelliJ. Apart from Eclipse, you can use it, and Selenium WebDriver dependencies, which you can download from the Maven repository.com. So now, for the Java installation, you can go to the official Oracle site. If you open that one, I already given that URL here, right? This is the URL, okay, till index.html. You can go here and you can try to see the lot of important versions. I think latest version is Java 24. Based on your system, in case you are using Mac, Windows, you can go there and you can click on that link, X, right? X64 installer. Just you can click on that. Might be you need to create a new account, or you can like install it without opening a new account. After installation is done, this is nothing but just download it, and just there will be exe file and just execute it. Java will be downloaded, but most of you should be having Java installed on your system. Once Java is downloaded, it will look like that. You can go to your C drive, program files, and Java folder will be created, and you could able to see the JDK, like whatever version is available. Multiple version you can download it. After that, you can go to your computer and then you can click on the properties. Okay, then you can go here called advanced system setting tab, especially for the Windows system. You can go to the advanced tab, you can click on the environment variable, and you can create a like this user environment called java underscore home, taking this path of the JDK path, any JDK till this path. Copy this path and click on the new button. Here give something called java underscore home, okay, and give the path here and click on OK. I already given it, so now I'm not doing anything. After that, go to the bin folder, take this path, then here go into that path variable, open that path variable, click on new and give the path here and click on save. I already added it here. You could see this is the bin folder already there for the Java. Okay. Okay. Java path already there. JDK. Okay. Yes, this one, right? JDK path. Bin till bin path. You need to give it in the path variable. So this is the two thing you need to do. After that, what you can do? You can just press Windows R and type here CMD. Okay. Give something called Java space version. Sorry. Oh my God, Java. Okay, you could see whatever version is installed, you could able to see it, latest version also, but you need to just set the path and home variable for any version, that will be fine. You could able to see it. That is the first thing you need to do as part of the Java installation. That now you need to require any kind of ID installation. It can be Eclipse, IntelliJ, VS Code or Visual Studio, but better we can go with the Eclipse. So this is the official site of the Eclipse. It is already there in the PowerPoint. You can go here and you could see latest version. You can go, and based on your system you can click here. In case it's window, you can click here like that. This one automatically it will let you right go here to download it. Okay, just download it and just there'll be folder. You can go with this also. IDE for Java developer, better that this one is the better. You can click here. It will be click on download. It will be downloaded. After that there will be just some simply and zip file. You just extract the zip file, and once you extract the zip file, then you there will be open it, and there will be kind of eclipse.exe file will be there. You can just simply right click on that and you can create a shortcut as well. So initially for the first time if you are clicking on that, so right automatically you are open, like it will be opening the Eclipse. Okay, and first time you need to set some workspace, or you can later you can change the workspace as well. So this is the first thing you need to do. So once it is installed, okay, let's see, it's already there in my system, the download folder. Okay, you could see this is the file already downloaded. Okay, after that you can just extract it. Okay, and then you can, there will be some file will be there. Okay, same folder will be there. Just let's open it, Eclipse. Okay, if you just try to extract it, you could see latest version also downloaded just now. You can just extract. Right click. This is a zip file, right? Right click and give something called uh, extract all, and same path, whatever path also you can give it, extract it. It will take some couple of second time to extract. After that, just open the folder, and there will be some eclipse.exe file with there. You can create a shortcut as well. Just open it. Automatically, it will try to ask you to set some workspace. So you can set a workspace any of the drive, and automatically your Eclipse will be open. That is the stuff, because it will take some time to download. Okay. So this is the only second part you need to do. Okay. If you open it, it will be look like that. Okay. You just need to click on that. There is nothing. Okay. It will open the Eclipse. Okay, so I already had my shortcut. Okay, just this is the shortcut created. If you just click on that, it will look like that, Eclipse. After giving the workspace, you will not able to see any project here because it is already working. So this is the lot of project is there. Anyway, you no need to worry. So there will be nothing project will be there, but it will be open like that. And then we would require that Maven dependency, because we can also directly download the Selenium jar and we can add it in case we are creating Java project. But nowadays it is not recommended to create Java project. We can directly create the Maven project, and we can just add the Maven dependency for the Selenium and other library automatically. So what will happen in case we are trying to add the dependency in the Maven pom.xml file, where pom is nothing but the project object model. Do not get confused. In the Selenium world, there is a design pattern called POM, which is called page object model. But here Maven pom.xml file is nothing but the project object model.xml file. In that file, you need to give the path, whatever is coming from the maven repository.com. After you save it, what will happen? Automatically, all the relevant jar file will be added to the project. What are those jar file? Jar file will be having all the packages. What are those packages? In those packages, we'll be having lot of different classes and interface, and in those classes and interface, we'll be having lot of important method from the Selenium through which we can interact it. Right now, no need to get confused. It will be covered in Java. What are class? What are interface? All this part. So that is the reason. After this session is over, I will start the Java, and then you will be getting the full confidence of all this stuff. Okay. Now let's try to create some Maven project. What is Maven? Maven is called dependency management tool. What Maven do? So in case you are creating a Java project, right, there was no other way. You need to download those jar file manually. You need to add it to the Java project, and after that you can use it. Suppose say today you are using 4 version, but tomorrow it got changed to 5 version. So what you need to do in case you are using Java project? So you need to manually again download Java 5, and you need to go to the project. You need to remove the Java 4. You need to replace Java 5 again. So that is the like time consuming process, and lot of problem is there. But in case you are using Maven project, so what you can do, in case today you are using Java version 4, tomorrow you can go to the Maven dependency and you can just update version 4 to 5. Automatically what it will do, Maven will do, it will remove the old version 4 from your project, and it will try to download all the Java 5 version dependency and it will add to your project. So it is a complete automated process. That is the reasons like it is not recommended to go with the Java project, especially for the framework part. In the learning part, you can start it, but whenever you will be, so here will be learning from the Maven project only. So what is the way you can do it? Setup. Click on File. Click on New. You might be able to see Maven project. Otherwise, click on Other. What you need to do after Eclipse is open? Click on File. Click on New. Click on Other. And here you can search with something called Maven. Okay, and you can click Maven project. Click on Next. You can check the checkbox. Create a simple project. Skip archetype selection. Click on Next. You need to give the group ID and artifact ID. So what is group ID? Group ID is nothing but your organization specifier, customer specifier, or your own business specifier. So for here, I can give something called my channel name, Haradhan Automation Library. Always I can give because that is my unique specifier. So in case you are working for the project, right, customer, you can give that name so that they can understood that these are the project created for by their organization or by their customer only. So this should be always unique across the organization, across the project, across the business. An artifact ID is your actual project name. So I can give something September 25 Selenium batch. Okay. So this is the actual project ID. This is nothing but your organization or specifier. So just click on the finish. So automatically it will try to create the project here. You could see it is creating. You could see it is taking some time to build all the folder, all the architectures. Now if we expand it, you could see there are 4 folders created: src main Java, src main resources, src test Java, src test resources. Right now no need to worry all this stuff. Slowly you'll be learning what is the importance of each and every folder structure. And you could see, right, Java library means all the Java library, Java jar file already added to the project. By default, Java will be added to your Maven project. So because you already set the path of Java home and path variable, so automatically all the details is getting added to the project. And there is a pom.xml file also getting generated, which is nothing but the project object model here, not the page object model. Maven pom is project object model. Now if you can click, double click here, it will open here. Now in this pom.xml file, I need to add the dependency. Means as and when adding the dependency, automatically we will able to add all the jar file to the project so that we can interact accordingly, we can use them. So this is the official site I already given. Or if you do not know, simply go to Google and search something called Maven repository. Okay, so here you can search with something called Selenium Java. Click on search button. You could see This is the getting able to get it Selenium Java. You can click here, and now you could see all the different version of Selenium Java is coming. Latest version is Selenium 4.35.0, released on 12 August 2025. Okay, you can click here. Okay, you could see a lot of dependencies added based on your system. We are using Maven project, so you can use that one. In case you are using Gradle, you can just go to the tab, you can take copy that one. We are using Maven, so you no need to worry about the other part. Simply copy it. Simply copy whole part. Go to the pom.xml file. Before the project, add some tag called dependencies. Okay, this one you need to add it manually. Dependencies tag. Under the dependencies tag, we can add this dependency. Okay, now you could see there is no other folder available here, only JRE system library available, no other jar file folder available. Now add it simply. Before the project, add this tag manually called dependency. So it will start with dependency and end with dependency as well, end tag. It is nothing but the XML tag. Okay, and you can add this dependency inside this dependencies tag, because in the dependencies is the master tag where we can have multiple dependency under these dependencies. We'll be learning slowly what are the other dependency you can add. Like you can add the dependency for Alio report, you can add the dependency for Apache PUI, TestNG, all this part you can add it slowly. You can press Control Save, Control S, save. You could see this is like trying to generate all the details, trying to add all the library to your project. Okay, Control S. You could see there's a Maven dependency folder got added now. So what is trying to do? Whatever Selenium Java dependency or artifact ID, and group ID is nothing but from where it is coming. Organization Selenium dot Selenium, right? HQ Selenium dot HQ. Okay, and this is the version. Tomorrow version is 4.36. You can just simply update 4.36. What will happen? It will remove the old version jar file. It will download the new version jar file. So what internal mechanism is happening here? Because in Maven there are three repository available. One is called local repository, one is called central repository, one is called remote repository in Maven. What is called local repository? So as and when you are adding some dependency, so first it will try to check whether in your local system those relevant jar file dependency already added or not. In case it is added, it will try to download from that local system and try to map it in your project. In case it is not available, there is a central Maven repository available from where it will try to download based on the version all the jar file and it will add to your project. And similarly, those dependency jar file will be synced with your local repository as well. And one is called remote repository. So sometime not your organization, your customer, they might try to introduce something for their system which can be accessible with your own your organization customer network only. Outside that you cannot do it. So those are the dependencies you can manually add it, and whenever you are network with your organization or customer, you can just access those jar file and you can do the relevant specific operation based on the jar file or the based on the functionality added. So what is the way it is coming? Now let's see. Let's open that my computer. Let's open that C drive. Okay, let's go to the user. As and when you are trying to like create some Maven dependency, it will first check your local system. Otherwise, it will try to download from the central. It will try to create something in the locally. If you go to your computer, you could see there is a .m2 folder is getting generated automatically for the first time. Before, in case you are not downloading anything, adding anything, it will not be there. But in case as and when you are trying to do it, it will be there. .m2 folder will be created in your system. That is the question might be somebody asking. Where it is coming all this part. If you go there, you could able to see some repository folder. You can go there. What is the path? You could see here. What is the path we have given? Organization, group ID, dot selenium HQ dot selenium. So you can go to the org folder. Okay, you could see org folder. Then what is the folder? Selenium HQ. So I will go to Selenium HQ. You could see. Then I'll go to Selenium folder. So that is the way it will be there. All the library. You could see now, like all the thing whatever added here, also it is able to view it. Okay, all the details. So main library is Selenium API 4.3.5.0, and other library also it will be added. So you could able to see here everything here. If you go to Selenium API, you could see what are the latest versions we have already downloaded. So first it will check here. In case not available, it will download from the Maven central repository and it will try to sync it here. Next time, in case it's already available, so in case you are working offline also, it will still work because it's already there. It will try to sync from here. Okay, this is the part. This is called executable jar file, and in this jar file, you will be having lot of interface and lot of classes, and in those interface and the classes, you will be having lot of important methods. Now let's open any of the. This is a jar file. In the jar file, there will be package, lot of package. org.openq.selenium is the package name. If we expand the package, you could able to see there are a lot of. This is the WebDriver. You already heard Selenium WebDriver. Name is Selenium WebDriver. But what is WebDriver? You can expand it. You could see this is WebDriver I tag. Means Selenium WebDriver is the interface, not a class. So interface and class concept will be learning in Java. No need to worry anything. But in case it is interface cannot be instantiated. Means you cannot create the object or instance directly. Right now, do not get confused. So this basic part will be covered only today. After that, we'll go to the Java, and once you are confident Java, then we'll be starting the remaining topics. If you expand it, okay, sorry, these were not the WebDriver. My bad. This is the WebDriver. You no need to confuse with the dot class. It will be always dot class for interface or class. If you expand anything, you could see this is the interface I. Interface C means class. If you expand anything, you could able to see within this interface lot of other interfaces also there. Navigation, option, timeout, window, and other class is there. This is called class. Method. This is the method, and this is the method. Return type is there. Void means nothing. It will not do anything. You'll be learning all the method concept in Java, and return type is there. Something means it will return the data type, like string is the data type, integer is the data type, float is the data type, double is the data type. It will return something along with the actions of this method. Like you could see, these are the stuff is nothing. It will do the actions. Return type is void, and in case in the bracket something is there, mean you need to pass this argument. All the stuff is coming from Java only. Once you're comfortable in Java, then you can sync it out. No need to worry. So these are the details thing is available. So in the jar file, there will be lot of package, and in those package, there will be lot of interface or class. And in the interface, there might be some interface or class. In the class, there might be some other class, and then there will be lot of methods. In method, there will be some void type. There might be some return type. We can some pass argument as well, and those method we can call to do the actions actually on the web element or the page level, and you can do the implementation. So this is the part I have tried to cover automatically in the Maven. So you can go through these slides. Now we will try to create a Maven uh, we already created the Maven project. We have already added the dependency for Selenium. Now we'll try to create a package and a class. So it's already there, uploaded. All the Maven jar file already added. We are already getting all this stuff here. Now what we'll do, we'll go to this src test java folder. Okay, and here first I will create the package. So once our project is created, you need to go to the pom.xml file. You need to add the dependencies tag. In the dependencies tag, you need to add Selenium Java latest version dependency. Save it. Automatically, all the jar file will be added to the project. After that, you can go to this folder. Other folder also will be using later point of time, learning slowly. But this is the main folder. We can use it for now for the standalone operations. You can create a package. So I can give the package called scom dot. This is the structure you can use. Selenium dot training. Click on the finish button. In this package, I can create a Java class now. We can create later testng class as well. No need to worry about that. Now, create a simple Java class. This is the class, Java class. You can give something called session1. And you can select the public static void main method. What is public static void main method? I will be covering in session 2. So it is nothing but access modifier. It is not access modifier. It is return type. And this is the main is the method name. Okay, you'll be learning more in depth in Java. So this is the Java method, right? Without that public static void main method, we cannot do any operations. Yeah. Any questions? Yeah. Shubhankar, tell me. Yeah, that is the structure of the Eclipse, right? Means that suppose say in the real time why we require the package. Suppose say in that this is the project. In the project you will be like having lot of pages, like you'll be associating. Okay. So what we can do? This is the couple of folders that will be used it. So in the real time framework, SRC main Java folder will be used to deal with the all the important functionality, all the pages, all the utility. Suppose in the real time, whenever you will be creating the framework, you'll be having the base class. Where in the base class, you'll be having all the important functionality like capture screenshot, like diver initiation, closing the diver, everything. So what we can do, we can create something, SRC folder, a package called com.selenium.base. And in that package, I can create a base class. Why? So that I can easily understand this is my folder structure. But without package, you cannot create the class. Something in case you're not creating package, it is default package will be there. So this is the package. Okay. And why you are creating lot of important package and lot of class? So that in the real time, suppose say in case you are creating a single class and you are creating 1000 line of code, later point of time, are you able to fix it in case something is breaking? No, it will be very tough. Because that is the reason we'll be creating different package. So for all utilities, like I want to capture screenshot, I want to work with some report, I want to work with some Excel utility, I can create a package called com.selenium.utility. And this utility I can create separate class. One is for Excel handling, Excel operation class. One is for reporting class. So later I can understand this is my class. And I can go to this class and I can fix the code whenever required. And I can create a package called com.selenium.pages for different pages. Suppose in your application there are 50 pages. So you can create 50 page class so that in case some page is failing, you can go to that class directly and you can interact with that. Suppose in case you are not creating a class daily for daily sessions, it will be more and more code, maybe 5,000, 10,000 line of code will be there. And it will be very tough to later point of time to find out where you have written what, and you'll be struggling to identify your code. But in case you are maintaining proper structure with the folder structure called package, called class, later point of view you can understand. Suppose in case I'm creating a daily class, session 1, session 2, session 3, you can understand what are the session covered on which day. And in case you want to create multiple like test cases, you can create the test case called like suppose I'm just giving example called Facebook home. I can create a class called Facebook home, so I can have all my test cases there. I can create a call test case called like maybe message, Facebook message, like Facebook other stuff, like Facebook post, Facebook forget password. That is the way I can go to the directly class and I can try to find out what are the test case written, and in case some problem I can directly fix it from there from the class. Feature component on your test cases as well, it will depend. Okay, all the important methods, functionality, like variables, everything. Yeah, in the class will be writing the method. No, in the in the class only will be creating all the code, and all the code will be all the method. And in case some external library is there, we can call them in the class. Hmm. Yes, create the package. Yes, this is the package, right? In the folder, and then the class. In this class, we'll be creating the variable. We can create new method, or you can call the existing method as well, or we can create the interface as well. So first thing is that, right? Suppose say just giving example. Suppose say in case you are operating on the Amazon site, right? Okay, Amazon e-commerce site. So what you can do? You can create a project called Amazon e-commerce. This is the project name. Okay, then you can go to the src test java folder. You can create a package, multiple package. One is called com.selenium.base, one is called com.selenium.pages, one is called com.selenium.utility, one is called com.selenium. Hmm. Yes, because in case you need to create a one package. Without the package you cannot place your class directly to the folder. Okay, so that's, you can create one package, you can create 200 class in the package, there is no problem. But why we are segregating later point of time, so that we can easily understand, because in case you are creating 200 class in a single package, you will be again confused again, right? It will be very tough for you. So that is the reason folder structure you need to maintain with implementing the best practices. So if you create something called base, pages, test cases, utility, you can easily identify what is the package and what are the thing you can keep. That is the reason in the real time framework, like you cannot do whatever you want to do. You need to follow some best practices driven by your organization or your customer or the other best practices like happening in the industry. So that is the reason from now onward you need to learn from the best practices. Yes. Yeah, in the class we can have all the code including other class also. We can create inner class in the class, we can create interface, we can create variables, we can write new method constructor. This term will be confused, no need to worry. Or we can call the existing method from the other library. These are called library, right? These are Selenium is library, and in the library there will be jar file, and in the jar file there will be package. In those packages there will be interface of the class, and in those interface of the class there will be methods. Okay, got it? So this is the main method. In case you are using a creating a Java class, your execution will start from that main method only. So without the main method, you cannot run anything in the Java class. Okay. Now what will do? Just try to run a simple program. You give something called SYSO. Okay, SYSO type and press Control spacebar. Okay, it will be coming SYSO out method. This is the method for printing something in the console. This is the console, right? This is the console at the downside. Okay. Here you can print something. System is the class and println is the method. So I'll cover in the Java. So this is the Java method to print something in the console. So I can print something called hello Java, because this is a string format. String is a sequence of character or numeric value or alphabeting or special character. So that is the reason it should be within the double quote. And now if you just save your code, you can format it as well. Just press Ctrl A, select all the code, select source, click format. Automatically your code will be formatted. Whatever code you are writing, it will formatted. Now this simple code I can try to run as Java application. So it will be printing me that hello Java in the console, because that is the thing I want to print it out. So this is the first program you can start with the Java. Forget about Selenium part. Okay, first is that you need to create a project. So Java program you can run without any Selenium jar dependency added, because this is the Java thing already added whenever you're creating the project, and all the Java related part you can use it without like adding Selenium dependency. But in case you want to start your journey with the Selenium, then you need to go to the Maven project. You need to add the dependencies tag. In the dependencies tag, you need to add that Selenium Java dependency. Why? Because this dependency is nothing but the different jar file, Selenium jar. In those jar file, you'll be having different packages. In those packages, you'll be having different classes interface. In those classes or interface, I'll be having different methods. Then I can call those methods. I can just do the operations specially required for the Selenium. But in case you want to just do the operation with Java, you no need to add this dependency, Maven dependency at all, because Java will be automatically integrated to your Maven project, and all the Java related library will be added here, and all the methods you can call it from the Java without Maven dependency. Clear? Okay. So this is the all the steps already there. You just follow it. Okay. Then Selenium key interface. We are talking what is interface, what is class, right? You already know here. Okay. You already came to the WebDriver, right? In the WebDriver, within the WebDriver, there are other interfaces. Okay. Navigation, option, all this stuff. So already tried to mention what are the key interfaces available in Selenium. One is search context interface. This is the root interface defining fundamental method for finding element. So find element and find element methods will be coming residing under or coming from the search context. But the search context WebDriver will be extending. because right now it will confuse a little bit until I'm covering Java. So there is two concept. One is called interface, and one is the class. So class to class, in case I want to extend it, we'll be using extend keyword. Means parent-child relationship I want to maintain. So in Java, there is an inheritance concept available. Inheritance means parent-child mechanism. Means case in case you are child, so from your parent, if you just establish a relationship with the help of the extend keyword, from the parent, whatever attribute or whatever different thing is available in the parent, child can access it. That is called parent-child mechanism. So it is called extend keyword, we can do it. So interface to interface or class to class, it will be extend keyword. But in case you want to establish the relationship between class and interface, it will be implement keyword. Those part you don't need to give much focus now, just learn high level, because that will be covered in Java thoroughly, then you can able to synchronize it. Then WebDriver is the interface which is the heart of Selenium, where all the important interface important method called get, get current URL, get title, closing the browser, quitting the browser, all this stuff will be there. Then web element is again interface where you can get all the important method to interacting with the web element. Web element means in the web page if you open, there will be lot of element, like it can be text box, like it can be button, link, hyperlink, table, all this stuff, image. So you need to interact with this element. That is the objective. So this is the web element interface available. Then text screenshot interface available for capturing the screenshot basically, because any of the automation tool, any of the testing, right, whether you are doing functional testing or automation testing, you need to keep some evidence. Without the evidence, how will justify that you did something? So you need to capture the screenshot for positive or failure test case. So that is the thing we will be using it. Then JavaScript executor available. Sometimes Selenium WebDriver not able to handle couple of functionality. So JavaScript executor will take the play role there. It will do the operation. Alert is there, interface. So in case some alert pop-up is coming, Selenium WebDriver cannot handle it. So alert interface will handle those part. If you want to navigate from one page to another, forward, reward, all this stuff, you can use the navigation interface. Window, if you want to maximize, if you want to get the full screen, set position, get size, all this stuff, you can do it window interface. Options also there, right, for different options for like managing cookies, timeout, logging papers, you can use the option interface. And timeout especially, like sorry, there is a couple of timeout available, we'll be covering in the upcoming session, called implicit time, explicit time, and fluent time. Okay, implicit time will be coming in the timeout one only, but whereas fluent and right explicit time will be coming out in the class WebDriver wait class. So these are the class, important classes available. One is remote WebDriver. In case you want to do the execution through the Selenium grid or remotely, right? You can use that one, remote WebDriver class. Then browser specific driver class. In case you want to deal with the Chrome browser, you need to call that Chrome driver. Firefox browser, Firefox driver. Safari browser, Safari driver. Edge browser, Edge driver. Then WebDriver wait, I already mentioned. In case it is a explicit wait or fluent wait, right now no need to get confused. We'll be covering, then only you can learn, because this is a very very big module. It will take some time. Actions class, especially in case you want to do some action like called double click, right click, drag and drop, right, or kind of called click. So those are the operation you can do with the help of the actions class. There's select class available, lot of other class interface available, but this is the main important key, like key class or interface. I have tried to jot it down so that you can get some idea at a high level. Select class, if you want to select some value from the drop down, basically you need to use that select class. This class will help you to select the value, deselect the value from the drop down part. So this is the important Selenium key classes or interface available, and we'll be calling all the important method from this class or interface. So this is the couple of important naming convention you can remember. So whenever you are creating a class, make sure that it is starting with the uppercase. Interface name, you can start with uppercase. In case you are creating some method, it should start with the lowercase. In case you are creating some variable, it should start with again lowercase. Okay. In case you are creating some package, it will start with the lowercase, because this is the best practices we need to follow as part of the industry. Okay, otherwise, in case somebody is reviewing your project or customer, they will be not be happy at all. Okay, so in case we are not following that one, then we'll try to first run our first test cases with the help of the Chrome browser. Okay, so I already having my Chrome browser, Firefox browser, so we can do it. In case you are having already this line there, and if you just do not want to remove it, but you want to make it disable from the execution, you can just simply comment it out. Single line comment you can give slash slash. You could see color is getting changed. This code is there, but it will not be executed because we have disabled it. Is commented out. Okay, so if you are running everything, nothing will be there in the console. Now we'll start our first test case to like launch a Chrome browser. So what you need to do, you need to first create an object for instance for the WebDriver. WebDriver is the interface, and I'll be creating an object called driver equal to new Chrome driver. Because interface we cannot create the object or instance. CHROME Chrome driver. That is the syntax for Selenium, and you need to give that first bracket. So that is the syntax you need to remember. So WebDriver is the interface. As interface, we cannot create the object directly. We need to take help from the Chrome driver class. But in case you are using Chrome driver here, so you cannot use the interface WebDriver interface method. But most of the method is inside the WebDriver. That is the reason we are creating the object or instance for the WebDriver interface. This question will be coming in the interview also. That why you are taking the help from the Chrome driver class whenever you want to create the like object for the WebDriver interface. Your answer will be that WebDriver is the interface, so you cannot instantiate or you cannot create the object of the interface directly. That is not possible as per Java terminology. Then that is the reason we are taking the help from the Chrome driver. The next question will come then here also you can use the Chrome driver because class you can create the object. What is the protocol? Class name object name equal to new class name. That is the protocol. And here you can use the interface as well. But in case you are creating the object for the Chrome driver, there is very less method available for in the Chrome driver because all Selenium WebDriver is the heart and all the important methods are available in the WebDriver. Then how can you use those methods in case you are not creating the object or instance for the WebDriver interface with the help of the Chrome driver, Firefox driver, Gcode driver, Edge driver class. So here we will be trying to deal with the Chrome driver only. Here you could see error message is coming. Why? Because this particular class is not able to understand what is WebDriver, what is Chrome driver. Because that is not the Java interface of the class. This is coming from the external library called Selenium. So what you need to do, you need to click here. We need to sometime there might be option will be coming to download it, right, to add it. Otherwise you can click on the fix setup project and you could select your relevant important thing. Automatically you could see this particular jar file will be added. This is the package from WebDriver is coming from this particular, sorry, Chrome driver is coming from this one, org.openqa.selenium.chrome, and this is the int class. You could see now, you can go here. So what is the package name? org.openqa.selenium, org.openqa.selenium. Okay, and Selenium API. Okay, here apart from Selenium API, there will be something, some API will be there for Selenium jar file. Okay, let's see for that one anything is there or not. Okay, Chrome driver you could see selenium.chrome driver is available, another package, another jar file. You can expand it. You could see this is the there org.openqa.selenium. You can expand it and you could see Chrome driver, Chromium driver. Okay, it is for Chromium driver only. Let's see here Selenium API only. Okay, and what is that? org.openqa.selenium.chrome, org.openqa.selenium.chrome. Okay, not available here. Okay, selenium.chrome driver, it should be there here only. Okay, Chrome, you could see org.openqa.selenium.chrome is there, right? So that is the way it will be there. Okay, now if you expand it, you could see there is a Chrome driver available. And how we are understanding it is a class, you could see this is a C class, and in this class there is no important methods, only that couple of methods is available. So all the important methods will be coming from the WebDriver interface. So you could see somebody might be asking it, why, from where it is coming, all this part. Now again, you can click another red icon is there. You can click on the red icon. You can, sometime there might be option coming directly from import, or for the first time there might be something coming here. You can click on the Pix project setup. You can click it automatically. You could see this like relevant thing will be imported. Now Selenium, this particular Java class will able to understand what is WebDriver, what is ChromeDriver, because relevant package, interface class, everything is imported now there in the class. Now you could see error message gone, but still there is a warning icon there. It is called warning because the value of the local variable driver is not used anywhere. You did not use it anywhere. That is the reason it is giving warning. You created it, but you did not use it. Now what I will do, I will try to maximize the driver first. Driver dot manage. Okay, you could see option is the interface again. It is coming from WebDriver. Okay, you could see this is interface I told already, right? Option is the interface. Within the WebDriver, interface is coming called option, and from this option interface, manage method is coming. Driver.manage.window. This is the line of code we need to understand. We need to learn, write every time. Couple of code we can remember as soon as be working. You could see again, it is coming from the option interface. Return type is window, and method name is window. Okay, so I can call it, and then I can call maximize. This is the last part. You could see it is coming from the window interface. Return type is void, means it will do the action at the finally, and method name is maximize. So no need to do anything, just simply click here. You could see it automatically come. Maximize the current window if it is not already maximized. Now you can call it and we can end with semicolon. So it is maximize. After opening the browser, it is opening the browser. It is maximizing the browser. Then I will try to load a page. Driver dot get method. Okay, you could see select get method. It is coming from the WebDriver interface. Return type is void. Method name is get. An argument you need to pass a string, which is the URL. You could see load a new web page in the current browser window. This is done using the HTTP post operation, and the method will block until the load is complete. So this is the part you can learn it. Just selecting the. If you want to learn other stuff, you can select your cursor. Here you can get it. Okay, so I can try to load a new page. So you can just open any page. Suppose say I want to open the Facebook page, so I can go here, copy the URL, simply copy the URL and just add it, because it is a string. Within the double quote you need to add it, that's all. Okay, now just try to run the code and let's see what's happening. So what will happen, it will just open the browser, Chrome browser. It will maximize it. It will load the Facebook page. That's the stuff will be happening. You could see browser open, maximizing, and Facebook page is loading. So my script is perfectly working fine. So what I did, first I have created a project. Once I project created, because I want to deal with Selenium, I'll go to the Maven pom.xml file. I have added that Selenium Java latest dependency. So automatically all the like dependency added in the Maven dependency results was all the Selenium dependency. Then I have came to that Selenium SRC, sorry, this SRC test Java folder. I have created a package. I have created a class. In the class, I am trying to write this 3 line of code. For the first line, I am trying to create an object or instance for the WebDriver interface with the help of the Chrome driver class, in case I want to operate with the Chrome browser. In case you want to operate with the Firefox browser, you can use Firefox driver and import it as well. Otherwise, Selenium will not, this particular class will not be able to understand what is Chrome driver, what is Firefox driver, what is WebDriver, all this stuff. Once I created the object or instance for the WebDriver interface with the help of the any relevant driver, you can use that. You can use manage.window.maximize to maximize the browser. After that, you can call the driver object. You can call that get method. You can load the page. So it will load the page. Now, what you can do, you can again type driver dot right get. You could see if you type get, you are able to see get URL. Okay, get current URL. This is the method to get the current URL of the page, whatever opening. Get a string representation of the current URL that the browser looking at. What is coming? It is coming from the WebDriver interface. What return type? Return type is string. So what I can do, I can store in some string and I can give the variable name called current URL. That is the variable. And in this variable, I can store it. Now you could see again there is a warning because that variable created locally, I did not use it anywhere. Then I want to print it. So I need to again call sys method nothing but system.out.println. So this is the variable already defined. I can simply print it because the variable defined also as a string type. Now I can simply print it out. Now, if you want to close the browser, you can call again diver.close or quit method available. So I'll be explaining is what is quit and what is close. You could see close the current window, quitting the browser if the last window currently open. You can click here and you can end with colon. So now what the step will be executing? We'll be opening the browser, maximizing it, loading the Facebook page, right? Getting the current URL, printing it in the console, closing the browser. Okay, step by step happening. And you could see now current URL also getting printed out. Now similarly way, directly if you want to print it out, you can directly print it out as well. With the driver object, this part you can directly call it here. Or if you want to get the title of the page, driver dot get title method available. You could see get title. Select it, you could see here. Get the title of the current page. It is string. So directly I can print it out without storing anywhere. So it will be again doing the same operation. But here it will print out the current URL and the title of the page. So what is the title of the page? Facebook hyphen login or sign up. This is also coming properly in the console, and my script is also working properly. So this is the way you can start your journey here. So I will take a pause. Any questions? We'll discuss it here. Okay. So just do not get confused. So it will take like couple of sessions to get like stabilized. Okay, because definitely first time, right, whenever you are starting your automation journey, it is not very easy to understand all this stuff, but within 2 or 3 sessions you can able to stabilize yourself. Once Java part is covered, then you can able to sync it out. That is the reason from session 2 onward we'll starting the Java, so you can able to just link it out. Yeah, just basic of the Selenium is covered, and same thing will be repeated again most of the times throughout the your journey. Okay. Now I yeah yeah right. You no need to right now, no need to go it. That interface is called abstract class. Okay. So right now you will not able to understand. Abstract class means it cannot have any body inside the class. That is called abstract class. Okay. And whenever you are calling the interface, you need to create the body in the real class. And whereas class is only having real time method, real time variable can be there in the class. So that is the main difference. Interface, yes, yes, but it cannot have any body. Suppose I'm giving example. Suppose like there's a car manufacturer company, right? And this car manufacturer company is working from out of India. Okay. So in India government there might be some rule. So those rules they can try to just portray in the interface. So this kind of rule they can create, but there will be no body at all. So for India government, there might be for every car there might be some wheels. Four wheel might be there. There might be some seat. It does not mention that how many time, how many. There might be some front light, back light. There might be AC. There might be some engine capacity. There might be like driver seat, right at the right side because other country it might be left side. So that is the way we can create an interface called car, and I can have all the method without any body, without any definition. So in the real time, this is the car interface created by the government. Okay, but now there are a lot of company coming called say Tata, like Hyundai, Maruti, all these companies. They want to create their car. Maybe 4 seaters, 5 seaters, 7 seaters does not matter. So what need to do? They need to implement this interface, and this as and when they're implementing it, they need to define the body that what is the engine capacity. Based on their car, it can be 1000 cc, 2000 cc, 3000, like that. How many lights they want to install in the car? It might be two, three such, like how many seats they want to do it. Like it can be 5-seater, 7-seater, 10-seater. How many stepney they want to add it, right? How many horn they want to inbuild it, like that. So that what will happen? They will not forget anything to implement any of the important key functionality. In case they forget, their like complete product might be banned in the market. So that is the way. Okay, so just like the bank example, right? Bank, no method will be there, man, not body. Method will be defining, but no body. Just like the bank, right? There are a lot of bank, ICICI, HDFC, all these bank. But what can do RBI, Reserve Bank of India, can create something called, let's, for home loan, let's give some repo rate, interest, all this stuff, right? These are the method can create RBI as an interface. But every bank need to implement that RBI interface. And after that, they can define their percentage of the interest whenever you are depositing something like FD or home loan, car loan, all this part they can implement based on their convenience. So that they will not never forget to implement any of the key functionality. But class, it can have inter method, and you can give the body of the method as well. You can define it. If you cannot define it, it will throw the error. Clear? Yeah, still will be giving. Yeah, it will be giving more information during the Java part. Okay, because right now I cannot like my simulate everything. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, right, 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 right. Exactly. But here, why we are creating the object for the WebDriver? Because most of the method are keeping inside the WebDriver interface only. They have designed like that way. So I am using Selenium, so I have to follow their like tactics, right? Whatever the way they have implemented, right? Because Chrome diver class they have implemented with very less method, but all the main method are from the interface will be coming. So that is the reason I need to create the object for the WebDriver interface with the help of the running like Chrome diver, Firefox diver, or Gcode diver. In case you want to do with the Firefox diver, you need to just change only one stuff. This is the Firefox diver. Otherwise, rest of the stuff will still same. In case you want to deal with the Edge driver, it will be only Edge driver. So automatically all the operations will be work with the Edge browser. So this is the task you can do. Okay, and before the session, so you can just set up the Eclipse and Java. You can create a Maven project. You can try to add the dependency. You can create a package in the src test Java folder. You can create a class, and you can add all the necessary steps to open any browser like Firefox, Edge, or Chrome browser. Open any new page and try to print the title of the current URL of the page. Okay, then what are the operations we can do especially for the web page? We can already see. So WebDriver API command facilitates interaction with web browser for automation testing and web scraping. So these are the important methods available in the WebDriver called get title. We have used get title, right? Nothing new. We'll be covering everything like get title. So which will be printing of the title of the current web page. So you already code written. Page source. In case sometime you want to get the page source, you can call that method to return the HTML page source of the current Procast browser. If you want to get the title of the current page, you can use it to URL of the current Procast browser, get current URL. This is the three method is there. I already covered majority of them. Now, couple of API commands available, most powerful API available, especially in the WebDriver to interact with the browser. You already learned this part. Get, right? Navigate to the intended web page. Get method. It is coming from the WebDriver. You already seen this one. Manage.window.maximize. Nothing new will be using. Okay, to maximize the current Procast browser. Now, we already seen the close. What is close? Closing the current Procast browser. Whereas quit is nothing, but in case multiple browser, multiple window, multiple tab is open somehow, you cannot use close because close will only close the current Procast browser. If you want to have multiple browser tab or window, you can use quit. That is the difference. Sometime interviewer will ask, or you need to use it. So divert.close will only close the current Procast browser, whereas divert.quit will quit all the browser opened by that driver. Okay, then we can go from one page to another page with the help of the navigate.to. We can again come back, navigate.back. We can again forward it with the help of the navigate.forward. We can refresh the page in case not fully loaded with the help of the navigate.refresh. Now let's try to implement this. Let's comment out this code. What you can do, you can just multiple comment out, you can do slash star and at the end star slash. Okay, now what I'll do, I already loaded to a page. I want to go to another page, driver.navigate, right, method dot to. You could see here you need to give the other URL. So suppose say I want to open other page. Okay, so this is the page I want to open, or maybe Google page I want to open. Okay, that URL I can give it. Now what I need to do, I need to navigate back again. Driver dot navigate dot back. Then navigate dot forward. Driver dot navigate dot forward. Dot refresh in case page is not fully loaded. Driver dot navigate. You could see dot refresh. You no need to remember. You could type here, select here. You could see one by one it will coming. Refresh the current page. It is already giving the information. Now if you run it, what will happen? It will open the Facebook page, then from the Facebook it will go to the Google page, it will back, forward, refresh and quit the browser, close the browser. But it will fast. You will not able to visualize it sometime. It will very fast. So for the starting time, if you want to validate if the thing is working, happening or not properly, what you can do, you can give some thread time. Thread.sleep is nothing but some wait time. You could see it causes the currently executing thread to sleep. It will wait. Though your execution is happening or not, it will wait for some time. It's called hard coding thread. It will wait for that millisecond. Okay, but it is not recommended to use in the real-time framework. But for the initial part, if you want to understand all the execution happening, you can do it. You can add some declaration or you can surround with some tie catch block. I can give some exception here. Add some exception, you can give exception. That's all. And every line I can give some wait time to understand whether thing is happening. Otherwise, it will be execution will do fast. You will not able to visualize what happening. Okay, let's see now. Let's run it. So every step it will wait for 2 seconds. After that, it will proceed for the next step. Okay, open the Facebook page. Now going to the Google page, wait for 2 seconds. Going back to the Facebook page again, wait for 2 seconds. Going forward with Google page. After refreshing the page, wait for 2 seconds, closing the page. So that is the thing happening. But nothing coming in the console. Why? Because we are not using anything. We are just doing the actions, but we do not want to print anything in the console. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you could able to see like 2 seconds happening, right? You can use that one later point of time. Uh-huh. No, no, that is the thing you will not able to do it here. But yeah, there is a implicit time available that you can implement later. But we will not be using that those part. Okay, thread.sleep. Okay. So, but we'll be using some implicit time, explicit time, but just for only for visualization. But starting point you can use it. Later you should not use it. Okay, you can use three wait strategy or synchronization strategy that is called implicit wait, explicit wait, and fluent wait. We'll be using that one. Okay, so this is the done. Now the last topic will be covering for today. So this is the step already there in the PPT. I'll be sharing it. Okay, what is locator? Because at the end of the day, you already learn how to do the different page operations or diver operation. But at the end of the day, your objective is to do different operation on the page element. Because whenever you are opening any page, there might be lot of element, right? It might be text box, drop down, link, hyperlink, button, image, all this stuff. So you need to interact with the element. So all the element will be called as a web element. Okay, the locator can be termed as an address that identifies a web page element uniquely within the page. Locator are the HTML properties of the element. Locator are common for all the browser. There might be lot of locators available like edit box, checkbox, drop down, button, link, hyperlink, table, frame, all this stuff. Date picker, shadow DOM element, we can handle those elements, okay, one by one. Okay, first, what is the way you can do it? In case you open any web page, you can press F12 button. Otherwise, you can right click and click on inspect button. You would be able to see that option, right? And now there's inspect options available. Now say I want to enter some value in the Facebook page. So click here and mouse it over to the Facebook email field. And you could see all the different tag name attribute is coming here. Now right click, copy. There's a tipping button is coming, right? Okay, copy, right click, copy and copy element and open a notepad, okay, and place it there. So you'll able to see all the properties of this element, whatever way the developer have developed it. This is called tag name. Starting part is called tag name. So input tag means it might be a text field or radio button or checkbox. Button tag means it is a button. A tag means it's a link or hyperlink. IMG tag means it's image. Table tag means it's table. HTML tag means the HTML element. Div tag means the section. Frame tag means it's a frame or iframe. Like select tag means a drop down. Like that way. Form tag means a form. These are the important tags available. And these are called attribute and corresponding value. Like type is the attribute, class is the attribute, ID is the attribute, right? All the attribute. But Selenium will not understand all the attribute because Selenium is a locating strategy, locator strategy. What are the different locators available? In Selenium 3, it was 8 element locator: ID, name, class name, tag name, link text, partial link text, CSS, and XPath. So today we'll learn the first 6. CSS and XPath will be learning later. So whenever how you can like identify the element, after that you can do the operation. All the element also you can learn in the Selenium part. Diver.find element is the method. Then here you need to pass the argument by dot element locator and the corresponding value. But only you can use whatever is available here. Otherwise, you need to create your XPath or CSS manually. What is driver? It is an object or instance of the WebDriver. Find element is the method name. By is the predefined class in Selenium. ID is the element locator or attribute, and this is the value. Okay. So here, what is the attribute available? ID available. You could see name available. So this is the element locator techniques. I can use them either ID or name. Okay. So what is the way I will write it? The code divert.find element by dot ID and ID name. But you need to make sure that ID or email, whatever we are using, that is unique in that page. In case it's duplicate, it will fail the identification. So those part you'll be learning slowly. Okay. So what I will do, I can comment out all this code for now. Okay. Now I want to interact with one of the field. Like say email field, I want to enter something. Divert.find element by dot id. If you press, you will coming dot id. Here you need to give the value of the string id, right? What is the value id? Email. This is the attribute. This is the value. You can give the value here. Now it is a text field. So what method we can call? Later you'll be learning all this stuff. Send keys method to enter some value. Send keys method is there, right? If you select it, you need to pass the value here. It is coming from the web element interface. Return type is void, means it will just do the actions only, not return anything. You could see this. Use this static method to simulate typing into an element which may set its value. So I can enter something called Haradhan within the double quote because string I want to enter. Okay, then end with colon. Now go with the other field, email password field. Let's click here and mouse it over to the password field. You could see other attribute called available called name. So name is the element locator. I can try to identify with the help of the name. So what I will do, I will identify again with the driver dot find element by dot name, and here you can give the name. What is the name available? Called pass, that you can copy it. Name is the attribute, value is pass. Within the double quote I can give it, and then is I can enter some value. Same text field, I can try to enter some value called password. See? Okay, here I can give something called like anything. Okay, now I want to click on that button, sign login button. Let's go to the login button. Let's see. Okay, you could see button is the tag name. There is a name login available. Okay, and there is a class available. So you can use the class. But make sure that whenever there's a space available, you cannot take that part. That is the problem with the class. So you need to understand what is the part is uniquely available in the page and which is there is no space. So until this space you can take it. Let's take this part, press Ctrl F, let's space it. You could see one of two means there's duplicate. So you cannot use it. So you need to identify what is the unique with the without space part. So space means there's multiple class in the class part. Okay, you could see. This is the part is uniquely identified, one out of one element. And is if you press it, right side is highlighting the element. So I can use that class to click on that button. So driver dot find element by dot class name, and you can give the class value, and it is a link or hyperlink. You can click operation. You could see it will click on the element just like that. Okay, now let's try to run the code and let's see what's happening here. Okay, you could see clicked. Okay, now what error came here? Okay, so it is also got closed because you have tried to close it, right? So you can comment out this line as well. Now you can try to run it. Okay, again. So you could able to see the message because invalid password, clicking button, login button, clicked. Now it will throw the error. Okay, that mobile number you have entered is not connected or account is not valid. So that my code is perfectly fine. Now this part, button part, also try to click using some tag name. Let's see what's happening here in the button called button tag name. Let's press Ctrl F, gives something button. You could see one of fine element is fine, but tag name is button is unique or not. Tag name means starting with that glass sign. Button what might be there, but tag name, this part, whether it's unique or not. This is the tag name. You could see one out of one. So this is the tag name. So I can identify the element with this tag name, which is unique, and I can interact with the element. So let's give the comment here. I can identify the element again with the button divert.find element by.tag name. Okay. What is the tag name? Button. Okay. Within the double quote and click operation because it's a link or hyperlink. Okay, so it will again enter the email ID password. Please click on the login button simply. So my code is working fine with the class name or name, whatever attribute you can use it. But always it should fine. So these are the only operation you can attribute you can only use. Look at the strategy. ID, name, class name, tag name, link text, partial link text, expert or CSS. CSS expert part I'll be covering in the upcoming session because this is a very big area. And link text and partial link text we can use especially for the link or hyperlink. Now say comment out this code. Okay, now after entering email and password field, I want to click on the forgotten password link. This is a link or hyperlink. So there might be some text available. You could see here if you go here, this is the text available, right? Forgotten password. So if you give the complete path, so you need to use link text. Okay, link text method. So diver dot find element by dot link text. You could see link text, the exact text of the match against, right? So you can use that full text exactly unique dot click is the method again link or hyperlink button. So I can only do the click operation. Now you can run it. So it will enter the email ID password field. It will just click on the forgotten password link. It will open to the new page. You could see forgotten password link is getting clicked. It is going to the new page. But sometime there might be very big link text or maybe there link text available and some of the portion might be changed volatile and other portion is fixed. So you can use the partial link text for the fixed portion or static component and dynamic component you can avoid it. So what I'll do, I will use something called WebDriver dot find element by dot partial link text. So you could see this, you can give the partial text match against the text. So instead of the full text, I can give something called forgotten. So that part is might be fixed or this part is less. The other part might be changed every time dynamically. Dot click. Okay. Hmm. No, then we'll go with the XPath. In case something is not available, we'll go with the XPath or CSS. That way we need to identify it. There are a lot of strategy available. So that is the reason. Sometimes few of the element there is no six element locator available at all. Okay, or sometime available still not working because every time getting changed or you are not able to identify it uniquely. So you need to go with the CSS or XPath. There are a lot of strategy you could see later point of time through which you can identify the element uniquely, either CSS or XPath. Okay, this is the way it will give the full coverage of the element location, CSS or XPath. But it's a very big topics. Okay, and lot of things is available in this one. But six part like first six ID name, class name, tag name, link text, and partial link text, you can use it in case there. But couple of project, couple of organizations they do not use all this stuff. Though ID is there, still they used to create a CSS for the CSS. Okay, because that is the best thing. It will never change, or it is very less chances that it will fail. Lot of thing is there. You can use multiple attribute. Any attribute you can create XPath or CSS. Okay, that part will be learning later. Okay, so I will be just recapturing whatever we have learned. After that, in case you are having anything, we can discuss. Otherwise, we can just do the practice and we can discuss tomorrow. So testing process is nothing but validating the actual expected result. Okay, and testing the AUT application under test. Lot of testing type available. Starting with unit testing done by the developer. Then we'll go with the functional testing, integration, end-to-end regression, non-functional testing, performance test, load. Then we'll be doing the UAT testing. Okay, by the primarily by the end user to check all the important functionalities covered and look and feel also good. Error is like the human actions which are producing incorrect result. Fault is the manifestation of the error. Failure is the deviation of the software from the expected delivery of service. So error might be coming, but we need to fix it. Otherwise, fault will be coming. In case still we are not fixing it, it will create the failure. We all human beings, we can do some mistakes. Poor requirement, miscommunication, working under pressure, budget restriction, complexity, technology, infrastructure issue, documented poorly, or environment conditions might create the error. Okay, software testing principle it should be done by the third party. Testing should done. It should go with the requirement. Sometime we can go with the arbitrary testing. All testing should be completed before implementing it. Testing should follow the Pareto principles. 80% problem will be coming from 20% area. Testing should start with smaller component, it goes to larger part. Early testing saves the time and money. Why automation testing? Primarily to avoid the time consumptions, to give more coverage, to reduce the risk, to maintain the project deadline, to do the regression through automations. Okay, it's just automation is a process with set of tools, library or the programming language. Initial time upfront cost might be there, but after that we can reduce the cost and we can get the real time benefit. Okay, we can go with the different automation like smoke test, build deployment, end-to-end validation suite, test data creation part, regression suite, and then you can go to the functional testing part. Okay, there are a lot of there are a couple of steps as part of that automation testing lifecycle: planning to design to enhancement to run and debug the thing, and then last analyze the result and log as a defect. There are a lot of tools available, couple of free, couple of licensed tool like Selenium, Playwright, Cypress are free, whereas UFT and Tosca are like paid tool for UI automation. If you API automation, you can go with the Postman, SOAP, then REST as your Karate framework. Mobile automation, you can go with the APM, and there are two like inbuilt library or framework available called Test Engine JUnit. Okay, Selenium developed 2004 by Jason Huggins. Okay, and name was initially name was JavaScript test runner. Now came to Selenium. Four components: Selenium ID, RC, WebDriver, Grid. Selenium RC and WebDriver integrated, and now Selenium version 4 is available. Selenium is free, support different browser, different programming language, different systems, and Selenium Grid helps in distributed testing. Limitation is free tool, so no vendor support properly. Okay, programming language if required. If you want to interact with the Excel file, you need to require other library, external library called Apache PY. If you want reporting, you need to take help from the test engine unit or Alio report or extend report. Okay, so it does not support the image based testing, captcha handling, barcode handling. Also Selenium component like Selenium client is there which will interact with the programming language. Then Selenium core which will be following the W3C protocol which will interact with the driver, and driver will be interacting with the browser. Okay, so three important precondition: Java, Eclipse, and the WebDriver. The dependency to be added from the Maven.dev repository. Once Java is installed, you can set the Java path and home variable, and then you can open the Eclipse. You can create a project. You can create a package. You can create a class. You can add the Maven Selenium Java dependency in the Maven format XML file. After that, you can try to create your code in the class. Okay, there are a lot of important interfaces available in the Selenium like search context, WebDriver, web element, text screenshot, JavaScript executor, alert, navigation window, option timeout. Lot of important class available also like remote WebDriver, different browser specific driver like Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari driver, WebDriver wait class, action class, select class. So you can just create an object or instance for the WebDriver interface using any of the driver. You can maximize it. You can get the load, call the get method to load it. You can get the title of the current URL of the page as well. Okay, you can get the page source. You can close or browser or quit all the browsers open or by the WebDriver. You can navigate to a page, navigate back it, navigate forward, refresh the page. And then last is the locators. So in case you are opening any web page, there might be a lot of important element available, but you need to understand what is the element tag and what are the attributes available along with the value, and then you can interact with the Selenium. So there are a lot of important locator techniques available like ID, name, class name, tag name, link text, partial link text, and nothing is working. You can go with the CSS expert. We'll be covering in the next upcoming session. It is the syntax is driver dot find element by dot element locator and the corresponding value. Okay, so that is the stuff we have tried to cover today. So we'll meet tomorrow. Start with Java. Once Java is covered, we'll go again with Selenium 2 class, and then we'll go to test engine, then we'll go to the framework. So first you need to learn the ABCD slowly. Once you are learning ABCD, then you can able to learn a create a frame sentence. Okay, word, then sentence, then a page, then a book, like that. So you need to go slowly. Sometime couple of things might be confusing, no worry. And the upcoming session you can able to get the complete knowledge, and then you can able to visualize or synchronize the understanding. Okay, so that's all today's session, guys. Thank you.